Promises to be an exciting clash. You always have to love FA Cup football. And we are just moments away from kick-off here as Josh Asude gets ready to get us underway. Of course, being forced to a replay after a 1-1 draw at the weekend. Ashley Boatswain with a goal off the bench on his debut on loan from Ipswich. He joins the club until January. Of course, be hoping to extend that a little bit further. Nicely taken goal, and we are underway here in Northamptonshire, one of a few grounds in England, of course, named St James's Park, Newcastle, Exeter. This one, of course, as well. As both heads go up in the centre. Scott Pollock was challenged by Boatswain as Brackley forced it back to keeper Johnny Maxted, who gets his foot all the way through it. And it's bobbling around in the centre. Chance for Brackley to try and bring the ball away, perhaps here, but Haynes picks it up about 10 yards inside his own half, twisting and turning in the centre. It's a chance for Woking to intercept in the centre of the park, and it's given away. Chance right inside the early stages here for Jake Forster-Caskey, and it's in! Woking have an early lead, and it's Jake Forster-Caskey. A lapse in concentration, and Forster-Caskey picks the ball up, left of the box, and drives it into the bottom right hand corner. It's a dream start for Woking in this FA Cup qualifier. Less than 2 minutes on the clock and the Cards are in front. Well taken, well timed finish from Jake Forster-Caskey. That's his first for the club. He's only made 3 starts this season for the Cards before tonight. And maybe we put himself more in the thinking of Neil Ardley after that one. What a dream start that is for Woking in this one. 2 minutes on the clock. Brackley Town 0, Woking 1. And it's Jake Forster-Caskey that puts Woking in front early on in this one. Brackley will be disappointed at the manner in which they conceded that goal. It was taking too much time on the edge of the D, the left side of it, and Forster-Caskey just pickpockets the defender and slides the ball home into the bottom right hand corner. Perfect start to proceedings here. Bit of a break in play as Aaron Drew waits for the ball right in front of us here on this near side. As Drew looks to play the ball long, but right out of play it goes, and Woking can maybe afford to make a couple of those misplaced passes at the early stage of this one, because they've notched themselves in front right at the start, and gets the backs up of the hosts early. Healthy crowd in here from the Brackley supporters this evening. You've got to love FA Cup football, haven't you? Under the lights in October. It's been a lovely October as well, hasn't it? Bright blue skies throughout the month. I'm sat here in just a jumper today, which I'm quite pleased about this stage of the year. Neil Ardley just pumping his fists at his Woking players. Certainly not in frustration, in vigour for his side. As Matt Ward puts the defender under pressure there, and Brackley just taking maybe a little bit too long every time on the ball in their defensive third, and Woking just picking up on it a couple of times. Ball's out on the far side this time, given away. Scott Pollock picks up on the loose ball, but a good striding challenge from Akinola sees that one out of play. th goal of Jake Forster-Caskey's career. Vastly experienced, isn't he? A great head to have in that dressing room. Experience for Charlton, for Brighton, MK Dons, and amongst other EFL outfits. Offers so much in that dressing room as Brackley foray forward for the first time in this game. It was sprayed across the area, heads went up. It was won by a Brackley man and nodded out of play. So no real danger in the end for Woking. Less than 5 on the clock. Dream start for Neil Ardley and his Card side in this FA Cup replay. Remember, a home tie against Notts County awaits for the winner of this one in the first round proper. as Brackley look to try and grow into this one. It's Price that recycles the ball back to defender on halfway. Spread across now for Zach Lilly, who's looking for options. He's got Haynes out towards this side, but instead opts to go back for captain Gareth Dean. Given away though, Josh Asude's picked it up on halfway here for Woking. As Forster Caskey looks for the spread ball towards Matt Ward, who looks to nod it back in field. In the end, it's cleared by Dean, but not far enough. Chance here for Woking inside the area once again. And it trickles into the hands of Johnny Maxted. It's Ashley Boatswain this time that gets the shot away. Picks it up on the right side of the box, tries to drill it low into the left this time. Maxted gets down quickly. But once again, just picking the ball up in them loose areas, Woking putting pressure on the Brackley defence. Ball's with Dean, centre of the Brackley defence. As Lilly looks for options out wide and finds Morgan Roberts here, halfway inside his own half. As Lilly spreads the ball out wide this time for Brackley, then it's still in the host's half, given away in midfield. Akilona looks to knock the ball forward. Asude's racing towards the 18-yard line now. Then on the far side, Asude with a burst of pace. Good recovery there from Brackley. Caged in Asude, 3 or 4 red and white shirts, stopping Asude from finding the shot or delivery towards the back post. As Maxted, all fluorescent green kit, rolls the ball out to Lilly. Finds Haynes now, who looks for the long ball down this near side. Aaron Drew has got Waldron for company. Good shield there from Aaron Drew. He's got the ball in hand. It's level with the 18-yard line on this near side. Drew looking for the looping ball down, but it's won by Haynes towards the touchline. As Coley looks for the long ball, this time nodded out by the captain Dean, right into the stands in front of us. Aaron Drew just waiting for the ball to back in play, having a bit of a laugh at one of the supporters there, right in front of us, as Drew looks for the arrow ball down the line. Boatswain looking to hold it up. Punted long towards halfway. Coley goes up with Brackley midfielder. Back, and Drew with a bit of a sloppy pass in field. But Brackley looking to race away here with Matt Lowe. He's got options in front of him in Waldron. Plays the ball out wide instead. Out it comes, and a good recovery pace there from Woking in the end. Couple of surging runners, but it was cut out well. Brackley not giving up on it though, as Haynes races forward here for the host, swings it in towards the back post, heads go up, nodded back, and in the end it's recovered, and away come Woking once again here with Forster Caskey. Bright orange boot slides it through for Matt Ward. Dangerous break this here for the Cards. Ward slides it in field, number 11 on his shirt, and in the end given straight back into the hands of Brackley, and Price can just slow things down a little bit here. Just looking for options a bit further forward here, the hosts. Be a good time to play Brackley this for Woking. Just one win in their last 5 games. 3 defeats in the league in a row before that 1-1 draw at the weekend for Brackley. No goals coming in those 3 games either. Neil Ardley will be hoping his side can keep the door shut once again tonight. As Odesina slides in, but a chance here to go through. It's low to slide home. Big chances for Brackley, and in it goes. Brackley up on level terms inside 10 minutes. It's Matt Lowe. There's a collision right on the base of the centre circle as Odesina looked to slide in, and in the end it released Matt Lowe. So much time, so much space to bear down on goal. And the ball in the end just trickles into the bottom right hand corner. What a lively opening 10 minutes we've had here at St James's Park. Forster Caskey striking Woking up inside 2 minutes, but Matt Lowe has level proceedings before 10 on the clock. And work to do again then for Woking to get straight back into this one. Brackley 1. Woking 1. Matt Lowe firing home played so many games for the host. He's so well known in these areas. 327th appearance for the club across his 3 spells tonight. And his 15th goal. Brackley looking to punt straight back forward once again then as Akinola. The lights just momentarily went off in and around us in the press area. They're back on now. Scott Pollock looking to challenge Forster Caskey, but Forster Caskey comes out with it. Sasude racing forward towards the edge of the area. Great burst of pace from Sasude. And in the end, cleared by Brackley. Just looking to twist and turn in beyond the defenders there was Sasude, who's looked pretty lively in these opening 10-11 minutes. What a start to proceedings as Odesina picks it up inside the centre circle. Behind the white line now inside the Woking half. Finds Drew. Out wide it comes to Ward, who takes it in with a neat first time touch. All over the back of him is Haynes, and the referee quickly sees that one. Matt Ward in the biggest of rushes to take it and get it back underway for Woking. There's a bit of one-touch football here to get it out of the fence, and it's back right on the centre spot now with Forster Caskey twisting and turning away from a couple of Woking Brackley shirts, in the centre of the park. Richard plays it out this time for Okoli on the base of the centre. Inside Woking territory. Now it's Tunji Akinola. Forster Caskey once again. He's been pulling the strings in midfield in this opening quarter of an hour. Getting himself into some lovely positions inside the Brackley half, Forster Caskey. Want to forge himself into the reckoning of Neil Ardley as the long ball comes in towards the area. Matt Ward looks to get a flick on it, and in the end he does, but it trickles into the hands of Johnny Maxted. Football runs in the family of the Brackley goalkeeper. His uncle Paul Maxted was also a keeper. As he sends the ball along towards Lowe, the goal scorer for Brackley. Picked it up, but he had to recycle the ball back about 10 or so yards. Now it's back with Price, who spreads it out wide first time for Haynes. Takes it in with his right foot. He's got options in the centre. A lot of bodies back in yellow and navy for Woking though. As Price this time plays out for Morgan Roberts. Headband in his hair, long brown hair. Chance to come forward once again here for Brackley then, but as I say, great shape from Woking, stopping them passes from coming through. Zach Lilly then picks it up right on the base of the centre circle inside his own half for Brackley. Out wide for Haynes once again. Bit of patient build-up play this from the hosts. Such a closely contested match this, isn't it? It's two sides that have had pretty similar seasons so far in the league. Sitting in 14th and 16th. They couldn't be separated in the first leg, but we've seen as many goals in this leg as we did in the first inside 10 minutes. Woking will quickly want to straight back into this one. As a shot comes in, it's bobbling around. Sometimes that can be hard work for the goalkeeper, but in the end just bobbles into the hands of Will Jaskalainen. Bowls it down, sends it long up the field. Up goes Ashley Boatswain, but from keeper to keeper. It's claimed by Maxted, who rolls it out for Lilly. Now Haynes put under pressure quickly by Aaron Drews, forced to play it back inside for Lilly. On the edge of his own area, Lilly just twisting. Matt Ward's all over the back of him. A few shouts from the Brackley fans around him who thought Lilly was pulled down. Referee saw that as well. It's given Brackley's way. Free kick deep into their own half. As it's going to be Johnny Maxted then that strolls out of his 18-yard area to take this. Johnny Maxted sends it long for Brackley towards the 18-yard line on the far side. Odesina puts his foot through it, and in the end it has to be hooked out by Akinola. Got a midfield pairing of Tunji and Timmy today for the Cards. Timmy, of course, joining in the summer. As the referee points throw-in Wokin's way. Haynes just wasting a little bit of time with it there, making Forster-Caskey run up the line to gather the ball. Yeah, Timmy Akinola joining the club this summer. Want to nail down a spot in that side, when it's the 8th club of his career already, just at age 24. First start as well since 16th of September, so nearly a month back in the National League Cup. As it's sent down the line then. Waldron's the target, but Odesina gets in front of him, and free kick goes Wokin's way. Aaron Drew's going to try and get this underway very quickly, but Waldron just stepping right in front of it, so he can't play the ball long. Odesina recycles the ball to the feet of Jaskalainen, son of Premier League icon Jussi Jaskalainen. Proper Barclaysman, as people say, Jussi Jaskalainen. Heyday years of Bolton Wanderers. There's a brilliant charge from Brackley there. He was carried a good 15-20 yards there, driven into the area, and in the end he's brought down by Josh Asude. Yellow card for Asude. Sliding challenge, can't have any complaints with that one. Always risky going to ground in them areas, but he was outside of the 18-yard box on the right side of it as Brackley attack, and Asude just goes to ground, slides in, picks up the yellow card. But quite a dangerous area this for Brackley to swing the ball in towards the back post. I'm sure a couple maybe might queue up and around the edge of the area as well to go short. Lots of bodies queued up right in the centre of the box towards the penalty spot. Couple standing over it. So many back for Woking. Everyone in yellow shirt inside their box as it's swinging towards the area. And in the end, hearts in mouths really for Woking defenders. And Jaskalainen, who did dive across very quickly. And it goes. Good effort. But it remains 1-1. Here under darkening skies at St James's Park. What a goal that would have been by the captain, the skipper, Gareth Dean. As Morgan Roberts races onto the ball here, then chance to swing it across the area. It's Morgan Roberts back in the back post and in! Danny Waldron fires Brackley in front. It's an FA Cup replay that's had so much life inside the opening 15 minutes. And it's one that Brackley lead now. What a delicious ball, a delightful ball across the area from Morgan Roberts. And Danny Waldron is on hand just outside the 6-yard line to tap home. Jaskalainen might feel that he could have done better with it, but from close range Waldron gets the connection on it. It's always hard potentially for a goalkeeper to try and keep that out, and after such a delightful start and going ahead inside 2 minutes, Brackley have struck back with 2 goals and lead this qualifier. 19 minutes on the clock. Brackley Town 2, Woking 1. Danny Waldron just showing how quickly games can turn around. That's his 4th goal of the season, when he joined in the summer. He's got a little knack for goal in his early stages of his career here at Brackley. I have to say, a side have been unlucky over recent years. So many playoff campaigns in the National League North. I think it was their 7th or 8th attempt in the end before getting promotion through the playoffs. Year of playoff heartache, but so many campaigns, and they find themselves in the National League now. This, of course, not a league fixture, an FA Cup one, a knockout competition, and one that, at the moment, if Woking don't turn it around, we'll be heading out of before jumping into the first round proper. If it continues the trend of these opening 20 minutes, though, I'm expecting a lot more goals this evening. And Woking have got themselves in some good positions in the early stages of this game. A couple of bright runs from Josh Asude, a couple of times that maybe Brackley have given the ball away on the edge of the area, one of them resulting in the goal from Forster Caskey, and a couple unpunished from the Cards. But certainly chances have opened up, and it's Boatswain who knocks the ball inside from his chest there. And he's brought down under the challenge, holding his leg here. It was Price that slid in. He's going to pick up the yellow card. Yellow cards are being dished out left, right and centre in the early stages of this one. Jack Price this time in the book. Forster Caskey stands over the free kick here then for the Cards. As he lays it back for Odesina. Forster Caskey just pressed backwards a little bit, but does well to get himself out of trouble. But Woking forced all the way back to Jääskeläinen there. It was a free kick inside the Brackley half, and they just charged it straight away. Found its way all the way back to Jääskeläinen there. So a chance to get the ball forward has resulted in finding its way all the way back to the goalkeeper in the end there. 21 minutes on the clock. FA Cup replay here at St James's Park. Brackley lead by 2-1 against Woking here. Jake Forster Caskey firing the Cards in front, but goals from Matt Lowe and Danny Waldron see the home side in front as things stand. There's a chance for Brackley to swing the ball in here from the corner. It's going to be out on the far side. In it comes towards the 6-yard line. Heads go up, and it's Odesina that races away and tries to release Josh Asude. Slides in again. He's got to be careful here, Asude. He's put in a couple of big challenges already this evening. And just going to wait to see what the referee decides on here. The medical staff are going to come on. It's heating up a little bit in and around the referee. Remember, Josh Asude did pick up a yellow card just a moment ago. Did get the ball first from my view over here, but it was quite a strong challenge. Sometimes referees don't like it when the studs are up. It's all right, he is off. Josh Asude giving his marching orders inside 23 minutes. Woking are down to 10 after 23. Josh Asude, couple of silly challenges really in the early stages. The first yellow card, bringing him down after a 20-yard run, slides in, and that one 50-50 challenge, flies into the tackle, leaves a bit on the man, and he leaves Woking with a mountain to climb. Josh Asude makes his way to the tunnel. It's disappointing for him really, isn't it, because starts can sometimes be few and far between. It's his chance to really impress Neil Ardley tonight and just show that vigour, show that pace. He won't have any more opportunities to do that tonight, as he takes the long stroll diagonally across the pitch. It's a long walk here for Asude, right in front of the Brackley supporters as well. But it's a silly challenge from the 26-year-old. Just flies into it, leaves it on the man, and can't be doing that. First start this evening since 13th of August. That was in a cup competition as well. He senses this is a big night for Asude. And he just gets the better of him there, a couple of challenges. But more importantly, in the here and now, it's a chance for Brackley to swing the ball into the area here via Jack Price, who is going to hook it. It's a good delivery towards the penalty spot. Chance bobbling around, and Gareth Dean in the end gets the strike on it, right-footed. The big centre-half and captain, legend here at Brackley, gets his foot down behind it, bobbles into the ground, and in the end trickles past the post. Jaskalainen was diving low to his right-hand side, but he'll be happy to see that one trickle beyond the post. Have to say though, after an early start from Woking, the first 5 minutes they looked like they were coming out of the blocks. They scored after two, they created a couple of chances straight after that. It looked like it was going to be a really ruthless night, but since then Brackley have grown into the game, scored not one, not two goals, but also have an extra man on the pitch now as well. So Woking have got it all to do in this FA Cup replay. As Michael Nottingham strides the ball out of the fence. Strong challenge once again. There's a lot going in here. It's high temper as Woking look to bring it into the area. They've carried it a long way here. It's going to fall back once again. Chance here on the right side of the area, and in the end cleared away by Woking. Nottingham looks to flick the ball away. It looks as though it's going to set away. Lowe twisting and turning beyond the defender. It's a foot race, and in the end he wins it here. Lowe rushing into the area as Waldron. It comes across the area and in the end into the hands of Jaskalainen. That was defence to attack so quickly from Brackley there. Up one end, Matt Ward had the chance to twist and turn inside the host area, and in the end it was a clearance from Nottingham that sent Matt Lowe through in a foot race with Odesina, and he won it, but it was driven out to the right side of the penalty area, and in the end could only cross it into the hands of Jaskalainen. Free kick, not in a dangerous area, on halfway for Woking, played right back into defence for Okoli. Slides the ball centrally. It's dispossessed though as Pollock. Touch lets him down ever so slightly and goes out for a Woking throw. Finds Forster Caskey. White paint on his boots from the halfway line. He looks for a hooked ball in behind for Boatswain, who can't beat the offside flag. Just playing quite a high line there were Brackley. Clever defending. They just stepped up 2 or 3 yards as Boatswain looked for the ball and couldn't beat the offside trap. Woking need to grow back into this one. As I say, started the game well, but have slipped out of it a little bit more over the past 20 minutes. It's been Brackley who have been in the ascendancy, and they're the side that lead this one as well. Looking to recycle this one through the goalkeeper in Jaskalainen. Long kick with his left foot diagonally, looking for Boatswain. Nods it on, looking for Matt Ward, but right back into Brackley possession as Dean plays it back 10 or so yards to his goalkeeper Maxted. Drop of the shoulder as they look to carry it out of the fence, but it's picked up, and Drew thought he probably had a bit more time than he did as Matt Ward looks to try and take on his man in Haynes. Lilly plays the ball calmly across for Dean, who's got plenty of time on the ball here, just outside of the D on the edge of the Brackley box. It's now back with Haynes. Bit of calm possession inside their own half here for Brackley. Under very little pressure really from the Woking attackers here as they just play this around inside their own area. It's Morgan Roberts who's dropped very deep here for Brackley. He played most of his career in and around these parts. Came through the Northampton Academy. He's played at Banbury. Brackley now, of course. He's clearly a home bird. Sprayed out wide towards Pollock, who takes it in with his left foot. Now looks to charge forward. Akinola goes in with a challenge, and he looked for a hooked leg just beyond Pollock there, but brings him down. It was right underneath the referee's eye line, and it gives the free kick Brackley's way. Lilly has the ball inside the centre circle, played back across for Roberts, who looks to slide it through, but good play from Odesina to step out of the defence there. Gets it back, it's Odesina, might have a bit of a nosebleed here, he's well over halfway, looks for the tap past the defender, he has to run back round him, but defender did well to shield him off, stop his darting run, and Haynes was able to recover it and knock it back for Maxted. Ball played long this time, lows the target, but he's in a offside position. Oh, he went out of play in the end. My mistake. As Woking looks to drive this out of their own half then, but a little bit too much on the pass there. Woking probably just need to settle a little bit here in this game. A couple of times that they're threatening to get the ball back forward and offer an equaliser. But good shape from the Brackley defences preventing that. Boatswain needs a little bit more service through the centre perhaps, and it's going to affect Woking now that they haven't got that wide option of Asude, that pace on the counter, on the break. It's only going to play into the host hands, that extra man. Throw in for Brackley on the far side, level with halfway. Nottingham with the ball in hand. Got options infield, but taking his time with it here, Michael Nottingham. In the end throws it down the line, two heads go up, both shirts, and in the end a bit of a haul back from Lowe. It's going to be a Woking free kick, about halfway inside their own half, as they look to try and potentially get a couple yellow short shirts forward. 31 minutes on the clock here then, in this FA Cup replay. Brackley lead Woking by 2-1. They flipped the scoreline and the game and the script on its head, really, haven't they? After such a bright start from the Cards. Grown into this one and have the extra man now too. As it's sent long by Jaskalainen, the man that took that free kick, but right into the feet of Gareth Dean in the heart of the Brackley defence. Ball punted up about 20 or 25 yards into the sky. Everybody just jumping up for it. In the end, Brackley play the ball long, looking for Lowe. Roberts picks up the loose ball in the left channel, gets the ball out wide. Chance to drive this forward here for Brackley, level with the 18-yard box. Lots of Woking bodies have got back towards the edge of the 18-yard line though. It's Zach Lilly who's driving this forward. Chance to maybe shoot out of his left foot, and Zach Lilly does fire the effort. Doesn't get a great connection on it though, and in the end it trickles into the hands of Jaskalainen, who has to sort of shuffle 10 or so yards across to claim that one. Punts the ball long, diagonally out to the right side of the pitch. Dean just a bit of a dummied header there and lets that one bobble out of play. So from the hands of Jaskalainen all the way out of play, and it'll now be at the feet of Maxted to get this back underway. Bring you all the other FA Cup scores at half time. Maybe some shocks in store across the country. Such a beautiful competition, isn't it, the FA Cup? Chance for non-league sides to come up against the Championship and Premier League outfits if they can forge their way into the third round. Of course, big former Premier League sides on offer in the first round now, in the form of Cardiff and Huddersfield. Wigan, of course, who've languishing down in League One for a few years now, but still a big tie. Zach Lilly's got the ball here. Ryan Haynes fuming with that one. He was making the darting run on this near side. He asked for it again, didn't get it. Does now. And he hooks the ball infield towards Waldron. He's brought down by Odesina. Referee says no after a couple of claims. Forster Kaski has played the ball out wide here. Both sides just a little bit sloppy in their passing play over the last couple of minutes. Namely Woking there, as they tried to get the ball from defence to attack, and in the end it took a nick of a Brackley man out for a Woking throw. There are options on the bench for Woking in the second half. Harry Beautyman's on there, of course. Big 2 goals for him against Truro. Josh Kelly on there as well. Tariq Hines in the wide wing-back position if he wanted to switch things up a little bit as well, Neil Ardley. Jamie Andrews, the experience of him. Jack Turner. Ollie Sanderson, the Fulham loanee. And of course goalkeeper Tom Norcott as well. So lots of attacking options to potentially bring on the second half. You sense he'll really switch things around with the absence of Josh Asude, who was sent off in the 23rd minute here at St James's Park. So Woking down to 10, trailed by a goal. It's a ball played back. A few hearts in mouths for a minute there as Jaskalainen was quick out of his 18-yard box to send that long. Johnny Maxted just arrowing a throw out wide towards Lilly. Now it finds Haynes, level with halfway on this near side. Price takes it in, shuffles it out for Nottingham. Nottingham has the ball at feet. Now it's with Price. Woking just need to put a bit more pressure on the defence here. So much time and space to just play this around their own half here. As Gareth Dean picks it up. Sent long by Morgan Roberts then towards the penalty area. Right side of it, but in the end it's picked up and Timmy Akinola gets it out to Tunji. Now Matt Ward, caged in by a couple of bodies. It's Roberts that's gone down holding his face here. Might be a stoppage in play if he remains down, and there is precaution for Morgan Roberts. He went up for the challenge and he's just holding his head. A little bit here, having a word with the referee. On come the medical staff. Just sprawled out onto his back now is Morgan Roberts. Just under 10 minutes plus stoppage time at the end of this first half. Roberts receives treatment. Woking been draw specialists over their last few games, haven't they? Of course, picking up that draw against Sutton, defeat against Boreham Wood, but then a massive win on the road at Solihull. That 3-0 victory, it could have been more in truth as well. Backed up by that 2-2 draw with Truro last time out in the league, and then drawing, of course, with Brackley on Saturday. How they'd love to get themselves back on level terms here, though. Morgan Roberts is just holding the side of his head a little bit. I think there's a bit of a discomforting one for the Brackley number 10. He'll rejoin the field of play in just a moment. Akinola plays it back for Odosina. Now Akoli, who's not got his foot on the ball all too much today. It's been over the centre of defence for Odosina more so than Akoli, who, speaking of Akoli, just sends the long ball there forward towards Drew. Matt Ward looking to pounce on it inside the area. Matt Ward here looking for options, a little bit queuing up on the edge of the box as Ward looks to swing it in, but in the end it's cleared by Price. Brought down nicely by Forster Kasky. Halfway inside the Brackley half here. So many bodies back though. Good recovery from Brackley has forced Woking all the way back inside their own half. Forster Kasky once again plays in field for Akinola. Tunji just shifting it outside. First time. Looking for the ball forward. It's driving towards the 18-yard line now, Woking. Good defending by Brackley. Not very good passing out of defence though, as Akinola looks to shift it out wide here. Both sides just really sloppy in their passing play. The second half of this first half. Brackley just looking for the long ball in behind there as Lowe was bursting down on Odosina. Just hauls him back. The referee actually showed the yellow card there for Lowe. He's not been shy to show the yellow card this evening. Woking just looking to slide it in field, and it's a big foot through it from Woking. Odesina all over the back of Lowe once again, letting him know he's there, but a chance for Waldron to drive forward this time. Great challenge from Akinola. I think he's feeling it a little bit there as Forsakaski slides it through the legs to find Tunji Akinola this time. Timmy that put in the tackle. There's Boatswain, knocks the ball out wide towards Drew. He's got plenty of space to drive into. He's in the right channel, about 10 or so yards from the penalty area. Akinola takes it in with his right foot. Twitch let him down ever so slightly, but he recovered it nonetheless. It's out on the far side this time. Chance to swing this in for Richards. Plenty of red and white shirts in the box to just cut out that ball as soon as it came in. And in the end, it's hauled into the sky. Coley wins the header and nods it out of play. Another breaking play here. It's Michael Nottingham that's down this time. In the left channel. A few yards outside his own penalty area. He's going to receive medical treatment. As I say, a healthy crowd here at St James's Park this evening. Nice little venue for football. Loads of sort of stands scattered around. Two sort of half stands opposite me, taking up half the pitch. The Francis Oliver stand just behind the goal, which is sort of a stand in the middle behind the goal, and then you've got the terraces all around it, old school non-league football terraces. Full stand that we occupy here on this near side. But at the moment, with just under 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go, Brackley lead by 2-1. The dream start from Woking by Jake Forster-Caskey, just picking the pocket of the Brackley defender and firing home his first Cards goal to the bottom right hand corner, but they quickly responded, didn't they, Brackley? Matt Lowe, goal number 46 in Brackley colours for him. And then Danny Waldron as well. Great work from Morgan Roberts out on this left side of the field, squaring across, and Waldron tapping home from close range. Bit of a break in play then. Michael Nottingham was feeling the effects of a little knock there. Good 2-minute delay here. I suspect there'll be quite a bit of added time at the end of this first half. There's been a couple of breakages in play for Morgan Roberts, and Nottingham just then, of course, the Asudo red card as well. It's been a drama-packed first half. Well, a pretty drama-packed first 25 minutes. It's simmered down a little bit since that point. Woking will want to really kick into the gears. What a perfect time it'd be to score over these next few minutes going into the half-time interval. Positive certainly to take from the opening 45 minutes for Neil Ardley's side. They've got into some good positions. They've found the net. But just maybe need to give a little bit more service to Ward and Boatswain. Sometimes when picking up in the midfield, it's good defensive positions from Brackley, and it seems like they may be void of a couple of ideas to set them two attackers free in and around the edge of the 18-yard box. Brackley looking to chase this down through Waldron, who's been very lively today. Waldron does pick up the ball, but it's Coley that steps across him. Chance on the edge of the area here for Brackley. Flash shot. And in the end, fired high and wide. That would have been a killer goal just before the break there. It's Morgan Roberts in the end, right side of the 18-yard box. Driven effort. But in the end sees it fly over by some distance. Jaskalainen going to stroll this ball all the way over to the left side of his 6-yard line. Everyone queuing up on the left side of the pitch here. Quite a lot inside the Brackley half. Sent all the way long. Matt Ward's going to go up, but right onto the head of Gareth Dean there. It's put right on the centre circle now. Flicked in by Timmy Akinola. Good one-touch football this from Woking inside the Brackley half, looking to release Ward. Got options in the centre as Ward looks to hook it into the middle. Boatswain looking for the neat little flick towards goal, but it's cleared away first time by Brackley. Sent back in, right into the centre of the mix-up. by Woking. Roberts has done well to get all the way back and recover this. He's played it off Aaron Drew. And out for a goal kick as the minutes tick away at the end of this first half. Max said, I'm sure, going to be in no rush to take this goal kick. In his bright green. Bit of a dangerous foray forward there from Ward. He just didn't have the options inside the area. He was going for Boatswain, but found himself right in between two red and white shirts. And as predicted, Max did really not to, in no rush to take it. Strolls it all the way from the left side of his 6-yard box to the right of it. We are going to have 5 minutes of first half stoppage time. You won't be able to hear the announcer behind me. As predicted, really. A few breakages in play and the red card as Ward looking to burst onto a through ball here on the left side of the penalty box. But once again, just caged in. Far too many red and white shirts on that far side, stopping him from being able to get the ball into the box or drive into it himself. Did take a nick off a Brackley man though, so it's not fully clear of danger for the hosts here as Woking do have a corner on the far side. First time they've had a corner on this far side. Jack Price has come short to cut off that short option. No, nonetheless, they are going to play it short, Woking. A couple of options inside the penalty box. Looking to shift in his Ward. Akinola's for company on the edge of the box. Ward looking to go alone here, though. Looking to drop his right foot. Shuffles back onto his left. Ward fires his effort, and in the end goes quite close with it. Matt Ward did very well from the corner. Just twisting and turning onto his right, then onto his left, and he sees the slight opening of goal there. Ward fires his effort towards it, and it just dips over the bar by a couple of yards. What a fantastic time that would have been to find the net. But it does remain Brackley 2, Woking 1, 47 minutes on the clock. Remember, we will play up to 50 minutes here at the end of this first half after a couple of injuries. A bit of poor defensive play there as Ward picks it up on the edge of the area, goes down under the challenge, and a yellow card here for captain Gareth Dean, who slid in pretty viciously there on Ward. Can't be any complaints from the Brackley skipper there as Ward picked up the ball after Maxted cleared from the Brackley goal. Just went down in a heap. He went down pretty hard and fast there, Ward, landing on his back. Take the wind out your sails. But it's a good area here for the Cards to either fire an effort towards goal or swing it in at least towards the back post. He's got to have a strike from here. Really does. It's almost perfect to try and curl around the wall. It's a 4-man wall for Brackley. Looks as though Jake Forster-Caskey's going to shape up to take this one. Timmy Odesina was also initially standing over the ball, but it is going to be Forster-Caskey who's just moving the ball down. He's going to kill this. Gareth Dean just moving out the wall. Sort of standing away for it. It's a 4-man with a slight gap, and then Dean's there as well. This would be an absolutely brilliant strike if he can find it. It's Forster-Caskey, left-footed, over the wall, curls it in! What a strike from Jake Forster-Caskey! Left foot curler into the bottom right hand corner. Goal number 2 of the night for Forster-Caskey. Goal number 2 of the night for Woking. Right on the stroke of half time. That's delicious. And it caps off what's been a brilliant half of football here at St James's Park. But Woking and Neil Ardley will be delighted to go into the break on level terms if they can hold out for this final couple of minutes. But wow, does he deserve that goal. He's worked so tirelessly in midfield, Forster-Caskey. And you sensed he had to hit it from that sort of range. He was a couple of yards outside the 18-yard box, curls it perfectly over the wall. Maxted guesses the right way, but can't get a hand on it. And right on the stroke of half-time, Woking are on level terms. It's a brace for Forster-Caskey. He hadn't scored for the Cardinals before tonight. Now he has 2 in the space of 45 minutes. And this FA Cup replay has sprung straight back into life after a invigorating 25 minutes. Brackley sort of took the ascendancy for the second half of this first half, but Woking look as though they're going to take it into the break on level terms. Of course, got to remember they're a man light as well after that Josh Asude red card. Cracking half of football under the lights here at St James's Park. 4 goals to show for it for the supporters tonight. Precious seconds left of this first half then. Jaskalainen just taking the ball back towards the edge of his 18-yard line here. It's being directed by the linesman on the far side, trying to gain a couple yards of it. Sense that as soon as this ball goes into the sky, it will be half time. Referee just took a look at his watch here and sensed as soon as this gets punted into the sky, it will be half time. And it is. There goes the half time whistle. 4 goals shared between the two teams. It was Woking that struck blood first. Inside the opening 2 minutes, Jake Forster-Caskey picking the pocket of the Brackley defence, sliding the ball into the bottom right-hand corner. Brackley fought back though. It was Matt Lowe that drew them level just moments later, and then Danny Waldron as well, finding the net after a brilliant ball across the area from Morgan Roberts. After that, Woking were reduced to 10 men. Josh Asudo with a couple of silly challenges halfway inside his own half. They were down to 10. It looked as though they were all up against it. Brackley growing into the game, down to 10 men, but just on the stroke of half time, 3 minutes into first half stoppage time, Jake Forster-Caskey, a left-footed curling effort into the bottom right hand corner. Brilliant effort from the experienced centre midfielder. 2 goals for him tonight, opening his account in Woking colours. And what an FA Cup replay tie we have on our hands here. 45 minutes to go, and at the minute it's all square. At half time, Brackley Town 2, Woking 2. And Neil Ardley has made a half-time switch. It's Ollie Sanderson that comes onto the field of play for Matt Ward. Matt Ward, of course, the man that went down for that free kick at the end of the first half, which was beautifully curled in by Jake Forster-Caskey, but he was feeling his back a little bit after he went down there. And Ollie Sanderson comes on in place of Matt Ward, who I have to say had a bright first half. Strong for the first 45 minutes. As Jaskalainen sends the ball a good 25-30 yards into the sky. It's nodded down. Sanderson picks it up first time, looking to drive it across the edge of the 18-yard box. Good quick run in there from the 21-year-old Forster-Caskey, who's on a hat-trick, by the way, tonight, the centre midfielder. What a delightful evening it'd be. I know the players say that, it's a team effort who scores the goals, but especially when you're centre midfield and goals sometimes few and far between, to have his chance at a hat-trick in this second half is absolutely fantastic. Here's a Coley. 5 cards given, by the way, in that first half. It's Captain Gareth Dean, Matt Lowe and Jack Price for Brackley. Chinna Coley picking up the yellow. And Josh Asude with the red card. As Caleb Richards looks to surge forward here for Woking. He took it in with his chest and looked for options out wide. It's Forster-Caskey looking to spread the ball in towards the 18-yard box. Akinola for the chest infield. Forster-Caskey twisting inside of Scott Pollock, sends him for one there. Now Richards in field up against Nottingham. Big towering figure in front of him here. Good start to the second half this for Woking. They've had pretty much all of the second half possession in these opening couple of minutes. As Coley's just able to stride the ball forward about 10 yards here, unpressured from any of the Brackley players. Hooked long into midfield towards Ash Boatswain. Oh, strong challenge. That looked a nasty one there, and a potential red card coming out once again here. That looked a really late challenge. Seeing what the referee gives. There's so many bodies in front. That was a really late challenge. Just waiting for confirmation on this yellow card here. Looked a real nasty one, just receiving some treatment here. Woking were just playing the ball around in their own half and flies into the tackle. And it is going to be a Woking free kick inside their own half. The fans starting to spring into some life and get going in this one. It could be the difference. Jaskalainen's strolled all the way out towards the halfway line to take this free kick. He punts the ball well out, up and out the field. And it's right back into Woking, Brackley territory. I can't get my words out in this second half. I do apologise to all listeners. As one Brackley throw in then is resulting in another one, much further up the pitch inside the Woking half this time. As it's bowled in towards the 6-yard line almost, and it's now a chance to swing this in from the byline. Hug up towards the back post. Michael Nottingham heads it into the floor. That's a proper defender's header. Nod it down into the floor. And into the hands of Jaskalainen. Nottingham almost pickpocketed by Caleb Richards there as he looks to slide the ball through towards Lowe, who drives it across the area. Lowe gets the connection on it. Woking need to get this clear. Nottingham up against Sanderson. Woking just failing to clear this ball here at the moment. Five minutes into the second half, Brackley 2, Woking 2. It's nodded down at base of the centre circle. Roberts looking to forge an attack for Brackley. It's a bit of head tennis in the centre of the park. Forster-Caskey gets it out wide for Aaron Drew. Hooks a long ball towards the penalty area. It's nodded away first time by Brackley though, as Roberts tries to get onto the ball straight on the counter attack. Coley finds Jaskalainen, who's got loads of time to play the ball out. And Akinola surging in field here. Tunji Akinola's carried this a long way and away from a couple. Brought down. Ollie Sanderson was the target. Couple of Woking midfielders in around Akinola asking for the advantage to be pulled back there. As Timmy Akinola this time shrugging off a couple of shirts around him, playing it in for Ash Boatswain. Now Forster-Caskey twists onto his right foot inside the centre circle. Base of it inside the Woking half. Now Timmy Akinola surging past a couple. Good run this here from Woking. Now finds substitute Ollie Sanderson, spreads it out to the left side of the penalty area. Chance for Caleb Richards to forge his way into the box. Richards, left to right. Richards fires his effort. Gets scrambled under the legs of Nottingham. Still bobbling around inside the box, and in the end it's cleared from danger by Brackley. Good run that though from Timmy Akinola, getting away from a couple and seeing the Richards in plenty of space on the left side of the box. Too many red and white shirts in the end behind it. Boatswain knocks it in for Timmy Akinola. At this point I may as well call them Timmy and Tunji. Both the tees, both Akinola's in midfield. Commentator's dream. As ball nodded down for Sanderson, who takes it in very neatly with his right foot. Now looks like it's a deft touch, and he looks over the top towards Boatswain. He's trying to rush into this on the right side of the box, but good defending in the end from Brackley. But not a great clearance as Ollie Sanderson picks it back up once again, about 10 yards shy of the penalty area in the right channel. Boatswain does well to hold it up. Now with Akoli looking for the long ball out wide. It's sprayed diagonally out to the right side of the pitch. Bit of head tennis in the centre, and in the end Dean puts his foot through it. Chance to try and break away this here for Brackley. Couple of red shirts up against a couple of Woking shirts, and in the end it's Woking that get the ball clear. Only as far as a Brackley throw though on the far side. It's about halfway inside Woking territory. Nottingham is just feeling his knee a little bit here. I think he's just feeling a bit of discomfort from that block 5 minutes ago. Went down a couple of times, didn't he? Caleb Richards picked up the ball on the left side of the box, and Nottingham throwing himself into the challenge. May have taken a stud, may have been the impact from the ball, but just feeling his midriff and leg a little bit here is Michael Nottingham. Got plenty of experience as the defender. He can play out in the right defensive position as well. Played in League 1 and League 2. Capped twice for his country as well, of St Kitts. "36 years of age now though. Such a towering figure. He's absolutely dwarfing the physio that stands next to him, and almost everybody else on the pitch too. It's been a minute or so, and Nottingham was just seeing if he potentially could continue. He's not going to be able to, and it's going to be Tyler Little that comes on to take his place. So Michael Nottingham off for the visitors. That's their first change of the evening. Tyler Little replaces him. Son of former Forest and West Brom defender Des Little, who himself started at a Premier League academy in Wolves but failed to break through there. Now finds himself in his third season here at Brackley. Good surgeon run here, chance to swing it in from the byline towards the penalty spot. Up it comes, heads go up, and fling around from Akinola there. He sent low for a spin. He was the target of the header there, was low. And Akinola just spinning him around. In the end he did get the touch though, so it is out for a Brackley corner on the far side of it, of the pitch. Going to be swung in towards right in front of the Francis Oliver stand. The Brackley fans are in behind looking to try and usher that ball in. In it comes, nodded away, but not fully clear of danger for Woking as they get their foot through it at the second time of asking. Pollock goes up for the challenge. Does well, but a big sliding challenge in the centre from Timmy Akinola. Recovered by Price, kept in play. As Pollock picks it back up, about 10 yards shy of the penalty box in the left channel. Chance to maybe swing the ball in via Haynes, but knocked back for Price. Slide ball pass through for Pollock, takes it in with his left foot. Now twisted onto his right. Can't get into a good opportunity to swing the ball in. It comes at the end for Brackley though. Free across the area and off the line it goes. Big block, big clearance from Woking. Hearts in mouths for just a moment. Just pause for a second because Brackley have still got the ball in the Woking half here. It's a good sustained bit of pressure this here from the hosts as Price sprays it out wide for Roberts. Now for Haynes once again on the overlap. Infield it comes. Waldron's have to drop deep. Now with Price, base of the centre circle inside the Woking half. Finds Morrison. Just containing their passes a little bit more now. Woking have got everyone back too, so going to have to try and pickpocket somewhere. Big chance that for Brackley though as it came in. It was Scott Pollock that was shielding the ball from all the Brackley from the Woking bodies, and in the end it comes across the area So many sliding shirts in yellow. It's always going to be hard to find that ball, for it to find the net and see its way through. As Haynes plays the ball in field this time then. Inside left channel. Price twisted away from a couple. Hangs the ball up towards the penalty spot. It's nodded back in by Lowe. And in the end cleared first time by Akinola. Looking for Boatswain, who once again surrenders possession straight away for Price. Plays to the centre. Now for Morrison. Good couple of minutes this has been from Brackley. Just contained pressure. Can they forge another opportunity? Slid out towards Haynes, level the 18-yard line on the far side, looking to hang it up towards the back post. Up it goes, Lowe goes up, has to a couple of Woking bodies, and it's cleared in the end. Once again given straight back to Haynes on the far side, who crosses the ball in once again. Diving header from Timmy Odesina clears. Out towards the corner flag that header was though. And in the end it was Ollie Sanderson that was rushing to try and break on the counter-attack. Here's Scott Pollock, picks it up. White boots right in front of me, twisting from his left to his right foot. Finds Morrison a few yards back. Over he goes for his centre-half partner and captain in Gareth Dean, who's made so many appearances here. Stalwart, long-serving captain of the club. It's his 650th career appearance tonight. Started his career at his hometown club of Nuneaton, but has gone on to make over 380 appearances here at Brackley. This is 390th for the club. Brackley have just been pushing persistently for the last 5 minutes. It's only really that ball in that caused any real danger for Woking, but they're just pushing everybody high up beyond the halfway line. Been a couple of corners in there as well, as this one's about to come in just a moment. Everybody, apart from 3 bodies inside the Woking box, 3 of them, a couple of them you suspect are going to be on rushes into the area in Pollock. And Little, the substitute. In comes the corner then. Hook towards the back post this time. Jaskalainen has to come out to claim. He was sprawling, held up his right arm, and in the end got enough on it to push it out for yet another Brackley corner, this time on the far side. It's going to be Price that trots over to take this one. Brackley fans are in full voice behind the goal here. Shooting right towards that loud set of supporters behind the goal. Price, one arm aloft, looking to swing this in with his left foot towards the penalty spot. It in comes this time. And referee Wayne Cartmel saw more than enough pushing inside the area there to give a free kick Woking's way. Hands all over shirts, a couple of pushes in there. And it's a chance for Jaskalainen to just slow things down a little bit here for Woking, because Brackley have took over the game over the last 5 or so minutes. Been pushing Woking into their own half. Jaskalainen with a long punted goal kick straight back into the feet of Brackley though. It was Morgan Roberts trying to get it out of his feet first time, but he was under pressure from a couple of Woking defenders. Timmy Akinola, great slide ball pass through the centre. Ollie Sanderson looking to try and feed Caleb Richards, who's rushing in on towards the edge of the D, and in the end it's Johnny Maxted who has to put his foot through that. Right-footed, straight out of danger. Sanderson hooks the ball into the centre for Forster Kasky. Orange and yellow boots hooked over the top, but he's in an offside position this time, is Ash Boatswain. Chance here for Woking to potentially break through Forster Kasky. He's got options left and right. Richards is with him. Plays it out to his left to find Richards. He opts to slide it back in for Tunji Akinola. taken in by Boatswain. Potential of a late challenge there, but Woking got there first, and in it comes as Timmy Akinola slides in. There's some big challenges going in this game. Both sides want it. We've passed the hour mark as well. 63 minutes on the clock. Brackley 2, Woking 2 in this FA Cup replay. Remember, a spot in the first round proper up for grabs. Notts County will be the next round opponent for either of these sides at home. So Notts County will be travelling to either the Laithwaite Community Stadium or here at St James's Park. A couple of shouts for a free kick there for Okoli challenged Lowe. Very little in that, I have to say. Okoli showing his strength against Lowe there. It's nodded into the centre. A bit risky from Odesina, but in the end he executes it pretty well, just showing the dummy and playing back for Jaskalainen. Both sides just surrendering possession a few times over the last couple of minutes as Haynes knocks the ball down the line, and in the end way too much on it, trickles right back into the feet of Woking here. Ball sent long, good first time touch from Sanderson into his chest. Now Forster Kaski needs to be driving this through midfield maybe a little bit quicker, and in the end slows it down. Sanderson just throwing his arms up in frustration a little bit there. He chested it back into Forster Kaski. I think he wanted it on the floor. Forster Kaski putting way too much on it. We'll let him off after them 2 goals in the first half, especially the second. Delightful curling free kick to get Woking on level terms right on the stroke of half time. 49th minute and 50 in that first half. 2 minutes before the end of the first half and 2 minutes into the game he scored those goals. Brackley have the ball just inside the Woking half. It's played out towards Haynes, who can race forward here. It's swinging towards the box as Lowe wins it! And it's a goal out of nothing for Brackley. And it's that man, Matt Lowe, with his second of the evening. Disappointed marking and defending there from Woking as Haynes is allowed to just swing the ball in. Matt Lowe ghosts in between the 2 defenders and powerfully heads it home. It's the 5th goal of the game and Brackley have a better share of it. And it's 65 on the clock. Brackley lead by 3 goals to 2 in this FA Cup replay. And it's Lowe's second of the evening. He knows how to find the goal for the home side. Goal number 46 and 47 of his Brackley career tonight. And he found the net in that first fixture as well, didn't he? That's 3 goals across the 2 games so far for Matt Lowe. And this time, very preventable really for Woking. As Lowe just afforded too much space. And he powerfully heads home as Woking look to get the ball straight up the pitch and look for an instant response. You sense there's still definitely goals in this game. We've got probably we've got just under 25 minutes of normal time, and you sense there'll probably be about another 5 added on at the end of the second half with substitutions and a stoppage that we've already had. Could even be more than that. We'll have to see how the game pans out over the next 25 minutes, but Woking just really need to go for it now. Go hell for leather. If you don't, you're out the cup. Nothing to lose. Played in for Gareth Dean then, looking to stroll this out of the Brackley defence. There's Morrison. Carl Morrison just looking for options on the edge of the 18-yard box here for Brackley, as Morgan Roberts is sold a little bit short by price, and out it goes for Zach Lilly. Here finds Haynes once again, who put in a brilliant delivery just a moment ago, and he's going to have a chance to do it again. In it comes, Brackley once again inside the area, and it's tapped home! 2 goals in as many minutes. They've not learned their lesson. Once again, all the players rushing over towards Ryan Haynes, who sinks in another delightful ball inside the area. It's a melee of bodies inside the box, inside the 6-yard box, and it's tapped home, and Brackley have daylight in this game now. They lead by 4-2. Been a real danger from Haynes whipping them balls into the box. And Woking unable to deal with it once again there. And they have a real mountain to climb now. They came from a goal behind to equalise, but now they have to come behind from 2 to equalise. And they're a man light. 6 goals in this game and a red card. It's been an entertaining evening at St James's Park. It's 2 goals for both strikers. Danny Waldron and Matt Lowe, both with 2 goals, both with a brace this evening. Woking need a goal, and you need a goal fast if they're to try and really put the pressure on Brackley in these closing 20-25 minutes of this one. And Jaskalainen just surrendering possession, frustrating. Gets the ball at feet, straight out the field of play and back into Brackley possession. Really is going to take something. It's going to take a lot of character from these set of Woking players to try and get themselves back into this with a man like. Ashley Bateswain just left the field of play for Josh Kelly. He's going to update you on that in just a second, but as Brackley did stride forward, but yeah, Kelly comes onto the field of play. A chance for some more vigour and a little bit more up front for Woking. This is his 11th appearance for the club. Scored a couple of goals so far, hasn't he? Josh Kelly. So sharp in front of goal across the non-league clubs he's been at. Of course, worked under Neil Ardley before at Solihull Moors. Fired the goals in for Maidenhead. Scored a couple in his first 10 games here at Woking. Oh, how he needs to find the net now. Goal in the next few minutes would reignite hope for Woking in this FA Cup replay in Northamptonshire. Just about a mile away from the town centre here. It's tucked away down the quiet residential streets of Brackley. Ball played in field then for Forster Caskey. He knocks it back for a Coley. Need to get the ball forward, Woking. It's inside their own half, looking for options out wide. It's Akinola, not in any rush to get it forward at the minute, Woking. It's played long this time by Forster Caskey. Way too much on that, and in the end Josh Kelly was offside nonetheless, trying to race onto that ball. Another substitution. It's Chinicoli who's going to make way here. Substitution for Woking on 70 minutes. And he's going to be replaced by Jack Turner in the centre of the park. So switching the formation up here. Neil Ardley once again. It's so hard when you get your hands tied with 10 men. Probably so many things Neil Ardley wants to do now, but especially when you're chasing the game. And that extra man out wide would be big plus. Got to work with the tools they've got in these final 20 minutes here. Played back for Akinola, looking to get it on a play as Caleb Richards picks up on the loose ball. Plays it infield now for Turner. His first touch was a promising one. Now Turner once again, couple of touches in midfield. Forster Caskey spreading the ball out with the outside of his boots. Chance to drive forward now for Woking. Yellow shirts trying to queue up inside the Brackley half. Picked up by Turner once again. Played out into the wide position as they try and surge in towards the 18-yard line. It was Drew that came in field. And in the end, good hold-up play from Waldron after Brackley won the ball back, just holding off a couple of Woking defenders. Brackley throwing then, about 10 yards inside their own half on the far side, right in front of the technical areas. A looping thrown right down the line. Nodded back out of play. It's going to be another Brackley throw-in. Woking need a goal and they need one fast, as some of the fans around me in their yellow and navy shirts walk around me. We wanted to see one very shortly, so to have any hope of forging that next round tie against Notts County. And ties to be played on the weekend of the 1st of November. So Woking battling away towards the corner flag here. Lots of bodies in red and white in defence though to just shepherd that ball away. Don't want this game to fizzle out. It'd be such an exciting end to this one if Woking can find one ever so shortly. Played out to Caleb Richards. Now back in field for Tunji Akinola. Timmy Odesina just strolling here. No one in any urgency to try and get the ball as Odesina now bursts forward. He's bundled over. Foul given Woking's way. It's in the left channel. Long way out. Just about 5 yards up from the base of the centre circle in the right channel. Absolutely no chance of a shooting opportunity from here, let me tell you. No, it's actually played short, not even swung into the area. As Forster Caskey goes short this time. Ollie Sanderson's dropped very deep as an option here as well. But in the end, it's forced all the way back to Will Jaskalainen. Shuffles it out with the outside of his left boot and knocks it back in for Forster Caskey. Drew, over halfway for Woking. Looking for the hook ball down the line, and in the end it goes out for a Cards throw. About halfway inside the Brackley half on the far side. Chance to maybe get some bodies further forward, but Brackley just shaping up a couple of changes. It's going to be Matt Lowe that comes off, the goal scorer. He's scored two, hasn't he? And one in the previous leg. Woking will be very pleased to see the back of Matt Lowe this evening. And it's going to be Connor Hall that comes on. I have to say he took his goals very nicely. The first one he was bearing down on goal. He expects the striker to see that one off, but brilliant header, powerful header to put Brackley back in front and make it 3-2.
Substitution for Woking on 76 minutes, number 25, Jake Forster-Caskey going on.
Jake Forster-Caskey's left the field of play as well, just in the midst of all that. What a fantastic performance from him, I have to say. Despite Woking being behind, you have to give credit where credit's due to players such as Jake Forster-Caskey, who's worked tirelessly on and off the ball, and of course notching his not only his first but second Woking goal this evening. Scored both of the Cards goals. .77 on the clock. Are we in for a grandstand finish? Woking need to find the net very shortly if that's to happen. Throw in for Brackley on this near side. It's another little switch in. It's Tariq Hines just looking to try and come over for his first touch of the game. I do apologise, it was Tariq Hines that's replaced Jake Forster-Caskey. Odesina just looking for options, just feinting his shoulder a couple of times. He wanted Aaron Drew further up the pitch. This time looking for the long ball in behind towards to find Josh Kelly, and Johnny Maxted races out of his goal, falls to the floor. And no doubt see a couple of precious seconds wasted away here. It's punted high into the night sky by Johnny Maxted. Up goes Drew. So high he can get a flush connection on the header, but in the end it takes a nick off Scott Pollock and out for a Woking throw-in. In for Tariq Hines. Good first touch of the ball from Woking's number 14. So Sanderson drops it deep. Back infield now on the edge of the 18-yard box in Woking's half. It's Odesina who's carried this about 25 yards. He's well over halfway now. Bundled over again by Walden. So frustrated. A couple of times by Odesina's just gone on a beautiful run. And he's just shoved into the back by Walden, just stopping that run. Hines finds Tunji Akinola. Infield for Josh Kelly, sorry. Now Akinola. Outstretched leg out wide was beaten. Jack Turner was the target of that ball and it just evades him and out of play. 10 minutes of normal time plus stoppages to go. Woking need 2 to force this game into past the regular 90 minutes. At the minute Brackley lead by 4 goals to 2 in this FA Cup replay here at St James's Park. It's a lovely touch infield by Ollie Sanderson here, looking for the long ball and it's out of play. Just losing its tempo a little bit this game here. Take you around some of the other FA Cup scores in just a moment. Of course England playing tonight as well against Latvia. They lead by 4 goals to 0 to England. No prizes for guessing that Harry Kane's on the score sheet. Couple of goals for Harry Kane. Anthony Gordon also. As Woking look to stride forward here. It's Turner, the substitute, off the bench. Can spread the ball out wide this time. Chance here to swing the ball into the area. It takes a nick off Haynes and out it goes for a Woking corner. First time Woking have been able to really swing a ball into the box and properly get forward over the last few minutes. It's lost its tempo out of this game. And it comes in low towards the front post and it's nicked out. Straight out for another corner though. Just want to see Johnny Maxted at least tested or at even better picking the ball out the back of the net over the next few minutes. Need to challenge him a little bit more. And it comes in again from the far side. Arm aloft. Swinging towards the penalty spot. Heads go up. Woking bodies down inside the area. Hines just looks to chip it back into the area. First time of asking. Drew up against Morgan Roberts. Timmy Akinola all over the back, and now Morgan Roberts can try and spread the ball forward. It's Danny Waldron in the foot race with Aaron Drew. Aaron Drew wins that, knocks it back for Jaskalainen, who punts it over halfway. First time. Sanderson back with his back up against Morrison. Sanderson brings it down very nicely. He's looked pretty bright since he came on, Sanderson. Looking to turn away from Morgan Roberts, but can't. Now Jack Price calmly just strolling around in midfield. Brackley have the possession on halfway. Right on the far side in front of the technical areas. Some of the other scores tonight then. Morecambe behind against Chester. Harbour at the minute. 10 men holding a National League Altrincham. 0-0 there. Gainsborough lead by 3 goals to 0 on the road at Hartlepool. So big for them to knock out National League opponents. Banbury, of course, local here to Brackley, drawing 0-0 with St Albans. And AFC Totton, a goal down there, drawing 1-1 at Truro. Sutton United currently being held 2-2 by Farnham Town. So in terms of goals and entertainment, just by looking at the scores, this has been the entertaining one of the night. But is there a final chapter where Woking pull something from the depths? Bit of FA Cup magic late on into the game. It wouldn't go amiss. If that isn't to happen, the FA Cup journey ends here tonight at the hands of Brackley Town. It's Morgan Roberts on the edge of the area here for Brackley. One more really would seal the game for the hosts. The next goal in this game, if there is one, absolutely vital which way it goes. As Haynes knocks it infield for Roberts. Bit of a 1-2 between the pair many a times, but in the end they surrender possession and Woking can drive forward with Haynes twisting and turning away. Looking for options further forward is Haynes, and he gets it forward on the edge of the 18-yard line now. Kelly was the target, but Body's just rushing back for Brackley, and it frustrates Kelly. And Brackley going to make a triple substitution here. It's Morgan Roberts is going to come off for Bailey Hobson. So Morgan Roberts off the field of play. Ryan Haynes as well. What a game he's had. Ricardo Calder on for him. And Danny Waldron as well. 2 goals for him this evening. Miracle Okafor on. So that's all 5 changes now for the for the host. Sorry. Two goals for Danny Waldron. The first one, he's in the right place at the right time inside the area, and the second one, once again, bit of a poacher's finish inside that 6-yard box. Right place at the right time after an attack.
Triple change for Brackley Town on 83 minutes. Number 37, Ryan Haynes. 10 more.
I have to say, Ryan Haynes has been one of the star performers of this game. His dangerous deliveries into the area have caused a lot of problems for Woking today. So fresh legs in the attacking form for Miracle Okafor. Hasn't scored since 29th of March. Joined the club in January after a short loan spell. Just can't really find his feet as a starting player here at Brackley. Has to settle for minutes off the bench. Falls at the feet of Scott Pollock, now in for Price. It's all Brackley at the moment as we approach the 85th minute. They get the ball towards the byline, it's swinging towards the back post, chance for Brackley, back out for Pollock, he can fire an effort, and in it goes! The 7th goal of the evening and the pick of the bunch from Scott Pollock. Well taken on his right foot, and he arrows the ball into the top left-hand corner, and that is game done and dusted, and the FA Cup journey over for this season for Woking. Brackley will progress to face Notts County in the next round, and they'll do so having scored 5 goals on their home turf, and that is a peach of a strike to win it for Brackley and put the icing on the cake. Scott Pollock, well timed, well executed, and Brackley Town will move into the first round proper, but for an absolute collapse in these final stages of this game. 86 on the clock, Brackley Town 5, Woking 2. I just have to look over at the Woking players now, hands on hips, they look dejected, they look frustrated, they look angry. He's going to be a late substitution nonetheless for Neil Ardley. Just waiting to see who makes their way over. Looks as though it's going to be Timmy Akinola here. It is. Late change. Timmy Akinola is going to make way. No, Timmy Akinola's just gone over to the other side. It's just waiting for full confirmation here. A couple of players have spread over to the other side. I believe it's Jack Turner, the second half substitute, that's actually gone off the field of play. I think he might be feeling a bit of a knock. He has. Well, asked Neil Ardley about that after the game. It is Jack Turner. I do apologise. It looked as though Timmy Akinola was walking over to the opposite side of the pitch, but it's Jack Turner who's gone off to replace by Andrews. So the substitute has been substituted in this second half. As Tunji Akinola looks for the long ball then. Andrews looking for an instant impact off the bench here on the edge of the 18-yard box. Through it comes to Sanderson, and in the end, good defending from Brackley to get numbers back and behind the ball. Shot on goal for Woking. And it's out for a corner. It's going to be taken on this near side by Andrews. Into the final minute of the 90 here. Brackley lead by 5-2 on a pretty mild night in October here at St James's Park. They look certain to cruise through to the first round proper of the FA Cup and face Notts County. It's drilled across the area. Cleared first time by Brackley, just got no nonsense clearance, foot straight through the ball, right back to Jaskalainen. He's going to punt that high into the night sky towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Pollock gets his foot through it once again, and they're in every rush to just get it clear now of Brackley and try and get another. Played out for Little, now for Price. Cruising through the end of the game here, Brackley. Well, for a side who have only scored one in the last 4 games across all competitions, including that game at the weekend, that was the first goal they'd scored in 3. And they scored against Woking at the weekend. They've really turned it on tonight and scored 5. To Woking's dismay. 7 minutes of added time here. But even with the 7 minutes, you really have to say that the game's got away from Woking. If it was 3-2, we'd be in for a grandstand finish, but 5-2. 3 goals really would be something, and a lot of FA Cup magic. Sure, it's happened through the archive somewhere before, but with 10 men, you really have to question where it's going to come from. Unfortunately for the Cards. So Josh Kelly was the target of a long ball there, trying to bring it down on his chest, but he was put under pressure quickly by Carl Morrison, who spreads it out for Little. Hooks long ball over the top, and in behind now are Brackley. Miracle Okafor just trying to hold off a couple of Woking defenders. The Brackley number 9 twisted inside, and it's all over the back. And
this evening's attendance is 661.
661 fans.
217 fans from Woking. 661 with 217 away fans.
217 of those 661 fans are Woking fans. A brilliant effort from Woking, taking up over a third of the ground's attendance just by themselves. Cracking effort from the Cards fans. It's a shame they can't be rewarded with a spot in the first round proper for their valiant effort and travels on the road here, as Miracle Okafor just trying to get the ball out of his knees. It's swung in by Little, in it comes towards the area, it's bobbling around in the 6-yard box, and in the end Tariq Hines gets his foot through it. Chance comes to Pollock on the edge of the box, goes down in the box. I think it's right on the edge of the area. Just have to pause for a second. It's right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Any further, and that is a certain Brackley penalty. Scott Pollock was shaping up to shoot, and he's brought down right on the edge of the box inside the D. And instead, Brackley are going to have chance to curl a free kick towards goal. It's just to the right of the D, to the left of the D, sorry, and it's going to be Price that takes this. Pollock standing over it as well. But it's curled in. Oh, it's a great stinging. The palms of Will Jaskalainen there. It was right down the throat of the goalkeeper, and he had to push out both hands to push that one clear. Good effort by Jack Price. And Jaskalainen just beats the ball away. 4 minutes left of second half stoppage time. Brackley 5, Woking 2 in this FA Cup replay at St James's Park. Jaskalainen just moves the ball onto the other side of the 6-yard box. Puts the ball diagonally into the Brackley half, nodded down centrally, flicked along. Aaron Drew hooks the ball into the sky, right into the light, burning the eyes of myself and the supporters. Flicked along by Miracle Okafor. It's a brilliant little touch to set away. Brackley once again on the far side this time, but a good recovery and challenge. Only as far as an out of play though for a Brackley corner. Seconds are ticking away here in Northamptonshire. 3 minutes to go. Any hope of a revival at 4-2 was really put to bed when Scott Pollock scored that screamer of a fifth for Brackley just before the 90th minute. Killed any hope. As it's swung into the box at the back post, and Brackley have a sixth. It's 6-2, and the night gets from bad to worse for Woking. Just switching off defensively as the ball comes in towards the back post, and it's swooped underneath the goalkeeper. And Brackley have run riot here to book their place in the next round. They've done it in style here at St James's Park, and it's Kyle Morrison, the defender, that gets it right at the back post, queuing up, and he swoops it through the legs of Jaskalainen and into the back of the net. 8 goals and only 2 have gone Woking way, and the Woking players in truth look like they just can't wait for the whistle now. Such a disappointing night for Woking, and some of the goals they've conceded. They were well up against it when they were 2-1 down and received that red card from Josh Asude. How different the game could have been potentially with 11 men on the pitch, and the variety to switch around formations and do different things with the ball, different things with the team. With just over a minute of this second half stoppage time to go, Woking will just be waiting for the whistle now. And they find themselves 6-2 behind here in Northamptonshire, and out of the FA Cup before the first round proper. A couple of the games are going to go beyond the 90, it looks like. Harbour and Altrincham still tied at 0-0. St Albans and Banbury tied at 0-0. Sutton 2-2 with Farnham, so they will go into extra time. The ball's played out again here for Little. Swings it in towards back post. It's hooked away. Now with Morrison. Gareth Dean. Cries of shoot from the Brackley fans. It's got to that sort of ironic and stage of the game where the fans want as many goals as they can get. And they're just jeering the Woking players and fans now. But there is the full-time whistle. Woking crash out of the FA Cup and the final qualifying round. It took a replay for Brackley to beat them, but in the end they beat them convincingly. 6-2 it's finished. Lowe with 2, Waldron with 2, Pollock with the pick of the bunch and the 5th on 87, before Morrison really added insult to injury on the 95th minute. 6-2, all after Jake Forster-Caskey opened the scoring just inside 2 minutes. A highlight for him, who opened his account for Woking this evening. He scored his first goal after 2, and a beautiful curling free kick on the stroke of half time. But Woking will feel dejected with that in the end to have conceded 6 goals this evening, but Brackley in the end ran riot. Some absolutely fantastic deliveries out wide from Haynes. And they will go on to play in the first round proper on that weekend of the 1st and 2nd of November. Notts County will visit St James's Park here in a couple of weeks' time. But for Woking, it's a trip for the players, staff and 217 fans back down to Surrey. And a chance to now focus on league football after this evening's exit. Disappointing for Josh Asude to have been sent off in the first half after his first start in well over a month. And the Woking players just heading over to the fans that have made the journey this evening, clapping those, as does Neil Ardley. But it's Brackley's night. They progress in the FA Cup and they do it convincingly. At St James's Park, it's finished. Brackley Town 6, Woking 2.